So the sexuality in itself is a great gift, and it must be used in a responsible way. No? And one of the things has to do with that, especially the man wants to reach, yeah, and he loses its power. No? And if you don't do that, but you stay longer, for example, together, then the polarity of the energies, they shift. Yeah? In the beginning, the man always feels in danger that he loses its juice. Yeah, I don't know what to say now. Yeah, and he all the time feels in danger. No, and he needs to control and so on. But if he can relax and doesn't move all the time like a horse or whatever, what I want to say, and just remains a bit silent, a bit patient. After, let's say, half an hour, the polarity of the woman changes, and she's not anymore pulling, and she doesn't experience anymore that need of push. Yeah. It's actually the way around. You receive from her, and she receives from you. No? And in that moment, you can relax and you can go in a very deep communion with each other. Because sexuality has very much to do with love, hopefully. Yeah? Otherwise, it is a forbidden sexuality. That's why we do not encourage anyone to go to a prostitution. No? Not only for the moral aspects, but it is energetically very bad. Yeah? You create an energetic hole by that. Yeah? So it is not a good thing to do. Yeah? But when you are married or you have a very clear partnership, that you trust each other, that you are loyal to each other, you can explore very deep levels of love. Yeah? And that is what it is about. No? In the old days, people were much more conscious about that. Yeah? So when they decided to make love, and that's why it is said, make love, not make sex. Yeah? Now they say have sex. That is ugly. But make love, it's actually a very good description because you really produce love. No? So if you can allow that intimacy, which is not easy because the ego doesn't like intimacy, but you learn that, then there is a deep satisfaction in that. And there will be no thing like a habitual sexuality. A habitual sexuality makes you sad after a while. Especially the women, after a while they say, so maybe we don't do it, It reminds me of a story of Burhanuddin, that he was lying in the bed with his wife, and he took out a list and said, my dear wife, in the last 365 days, from 100 days, you were not feeling well, because of either you are in front of the period, or you are just in the period, or you are just out of the period. Then the other 50 days, you said, we have guests at home and we don't want to make any noise, it is embarrassing. Then the other times you said that you have either headache, or that you are very, very tired. So altogether, in the last year, we had only 3 meetings actually. Is it possible that we can increase that number for the next year a little bit? So it becomes sad, for both, but more for the women's side. So it is a responsibility for the men to realize that, and not to go in the lower pressure mode, and just to say, oh, I have pressure, I need to release. No, but to bring it up. It's a very similar thing what we said about anger. If you can hold that pressure, which is a positive pressure, let's say, but it's still a pressure. you create an enormous energy, an enormous density. There's nothing you can compare with sexuality force. Yeah, nothing, absolutely nothing. We could say God is the sexual force itself. Yeah, with all respect. Yeah. And so and that's why life comes out of it. I mean, this is a clear logic. Yeah. But as what gives so much light can give also so much suffering. And nowhere a man can be hurt more and hurts himself more than in a false sexuality. Yeah. And so it is very important that you talk to each other and that you have the same intentions. Because if the woman doesn't want that, or the man doesn't want that, you cannot fight with each other about it. You both have to agree that they take care for each other, that the woman says that she agrees not to move hectically, so that you are in danger to lose yourself, but that she listens to you and you listen to her. In that moment, love flows among you, very deep, and is a very joyful thing. And then to reach the orgasm or not is secondary. It can happen, and if it happens after, let's say, 2 hours, 3 hours, it will be also for you, it will make you to understand that it wasn't the most important. Might be because sometimes, because also out of health reason, it is not good to keep it permanently inside. But more dangerous it is to lose it all the time. So this is the kind of art, and in the old days people knew about that and they were allowed to talk about it also. But we have a kind of taboo, especially in the traditional religions. They don't like to talk about it, and that is a big suffering on our society. And that's why we came into pornography, You see, there's all the side effects of not knowing what to do with that. And then the ego takes over, right? And we have to wake up. This generation is one of the generations, they have just to try things differently, and you have the chances because you have the instruments to know. God thanks. And if you do it in a responsible way, who is gonna complain, You have the right to enjoy. Not only the right, you have the duty to enjoy. As you see that every animal enjoys and gives joy. What the birds, they sing for, no one knows that. They have a part, they sing, because they want to attract a partner, and but they don't. They have only 2 times in the year, But they sing throughout all the year. And why do they sing? No one can tell you. They spend a lot of time just singing. They are not permanently looking for food. Those singing birds, And why do they do that? Because it's joy. You can hear it. So we have to give also joy. This is what earth and existence gets food from. Your happiness is the happiness of everyone. Your happiness is the happiness of the existence, because everything resonates with each other. We are in a resonance. So it is our duty to be as peaceful, as blissful, as truthful, as joyful you can be. That is the mission.